Hey guys, I am back here with the second video, and this is of course going to be another book. So last week when I was on vacation, I did end up going to the bookstore in Dayton, Ohio, the $1 book swap, which is basically just a warehouse with nothing but books, music, audio books, and DVDs for $1. And you see me haul quite a few books from them before, and I ended up getting 25 books this time. And they did end up having another bookstore that just opened up, and apparently from Cameron over at Book Movie Guy was saying that it's apparently a lot more nicer and expensive books, so I'll have to check that out the next time I go up there. But I found these two books by an author that surprisingly, again, just like H.P. Lovecraft in my last video, me being the science fiction horror fan, I have not read anything by Michael Crichton. I have of course seen Jurassic Park and The Lost World as a book that's based upon that, and I have not read that, even though they had it at the Dayton store. It was just not a first edition, and as most people know, I'm more of a collector and I like to collect first edition books whenever I can find them. And this is Prey, a novel by Michael Crichton. And the next one is Micro, and it's by Michael Crichton and Richard Preston. There are specific books that I try to look for when I go over there, as from what Cameron hauled when his first video was, because he and I were pretty much growing up around the same time, it seemed like that, and we're reading the same things. When he hauled Animorphs over there, I said the next time I go up there I had to try and get some Animorphs books, because I remember reading the series when I was a kid and loving them, and I did not have any of the books that I did have. And the last time I went up there, I found just a couple of them that were in good condition, and I found a lot more. I was almost getting ready to leave because I didn't see any, but then they had a rack full of Animorphs and also more Goosebumps books as well. And this one is Animorphs: The Encounters, and it is book number 3. The next one is The Message, and it's book number 4. The next one is The Arrival, and it's book number 38. And I do not have these in any certain order, as you can tell. The next one is The Decision, and it's book number 18. The next one is Duplicate, but the one I had bought before, it was a little bit in worse condition as far as the cover goes, and that one was not a first edition compared to this one being a first edition. And this is The Predator, book 5. And finally, The Prophecy, book number 34. The next series I could not find the last time I was over at the $1 book swap, because the time before I did find some, and I almost pinched myself for not getting any of these, and I did happen to find them there finally again when I was getting ready to leave. I was almost disappointed because I did not see any of these, and I found some over by the children's section way off in the corner. And these are the Boxcar Children's series, and I read these when I was a kid, and I got an order from these for the book fair from the Scholastic books back in school, and it came in a box set with a cardboard boxcar with all the books in them. And for the life of me, I cannot find a lot of the books that I did have. I just read them a lot. But anyway, this one is the first one. It's not a first edition, however, but this is the only book in the first one that they did have there, and it's entitled The Boxcar Children, and it's by Gertrude Chandler Warner. The next one is number 33, and it might be one of my favorite books in this series. I have not read this yet, but looking at the title, I do not know why I did not read it, because my favorite food of all time is pizza, and this is the Pizza Mystery number 33. And the next one is number 35, and it's The Mystery at the Dog Show. I have not read this one either. And again, another one I have not read, and it's number 47, The Mystery of the Hot Air Balloon. And another book that I did not even realize existed in the Boxcar Children book is a bind-up of different adventures. And this is the Boxcar Children Spring Break Special. And it's 3 adventures of the Boxcar Children. And the adventures are the Mystery Cruise, the Black Pearl Mystery, and the Mystery in the Mall. So I cannot wait to get started back into the Boxcar Children series. And of course, on to my Goosebumps collections. I do always get some more Goosebumps books whenever I go up there, again, just to rekindle my childhood. And I will show you what I got. I did find one really awesome Goosebumps book, which I will show you at the end. This first one is Why I'm Afraid of Bees, and it's book number 17. The next one is My Hairiest Adventure, and it's book number 26. And I have a copy of this already, but this is in a little bit better condition because I've had the copy of this for a while. And this is Night of the Living Dummy number 2, and it is book 31. And this one is The Barking Ghost number 32, and it says on the front cover, free terrifying tattoo inside. But unfortunately, of course, as most kids did back in the day, they took the tattoo out. So this unfortunately does not have a tattoo with it. And the next one to go with Night of the Living Dummy 2, this is book 40, Night of the Living Dummy 3. And I only remember reading Night of the Living Dummy 1 and 2, but I have not read the third one yet. And this one is called Calling All Creeps, and it is book number 50. And actually, if I go back to Calling All Creeps, this did come with the trading cards intact. This is a first edition, and they were still intact when I got it, but when I brought them home and opened up the books, just looked through it, they unfortunately did come apart, but this is still intact. But I did was lucky enough a couple times ago when I was there the first time and found some of the original trading cards and some of the books. They weren't intact, of course, but they still had those and the bookmarks with them as well. And that's what I mainly use them for, because like I said, they weren't attached. So I just basically use them for bookmarks. The next one is these. They had a lot of these there, but they were in pretty bad condition. And so I got the 2 that were in the best condition of everything there. And these are the Reader Beware, You Choose the Scare series. I have never read this series for as far as Goosebumps go. And I'm thinking probably the reason why is Harry Potter might have came out during that time, and my eyes focused intentionally on Harry Potter. And so I went to those instead of more Goosebumps. But this is book number 5, Night in Werewolf Woods. And this is book number 6, Beware the Purple Peanut Butter. And finally, the best of the haul from the $1 book swap in Dayton as far as the Goosebumps books goes. I just happened chance to come across this while browsing at that bin that had all the Goosebumps and Animorphs books together, and I have never seen one of these at all. This is a first edition, and it's not a US edition of Goosebumps, it is a Spanish edition of Goosebumps. I do not even know what the title is. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. All my Spanish that I learned from high school, except for a few words, is gone. But I was excited to find this, and that it is a first edition. And finally, keeping up with the Penguin Classic Editions, like I always try to get every time I go up there, thanks to Steve getting me back into the Penguin Classic Editions, I have read a lot of the Orange Spine editions, of course, in school and growing up, and so he's got me interested in, just by looking at that room he's always in with his Penguin Classics doing the Black Spines. And this month, like I said, I am dedicating that painting to the Penguin Classic editions, the Black Spine editions, and again I have just finished the Iliad for the second time, and my next one is going to be Percival. And I found by Mikhail Bulgakov, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, it's The Master and Margarita. And keeping up with the Iliad is The Republic, and it's by Plato. And again, keeping up with the Iliad and the Greek mythology is Herodotus and the Histories. And finally, Steve will like this book. I've been trying to get this book. The last time they had it, they had 3 copies there, and they were in pretty bad shape, and finally there has been a good copy of it. And this is one of Steve's favorite books, and it's by Geoffrey Chaucer, and it's the Canterbury Tales. So that is all that I have for you right now, and hopefully I am going to try and plan on doing some book tags that are been going around on BookTube. Hopefully I won't go for a few months without having a book haul. And one thing that is happening is there is a bookstore that is going to be opening up here within the next few months. They're going into their planning stages and building stages and getting all the permits ready. And the bad part is, the good part for me, but bad part for my money, is that it's only 5 minutes away from my house, and it's a chain of stores that's, it's not half-price books, but it's like half-price books, so I can't wait to actually go and see that when it's open. So thanks again, everybody, and if you do like these videos, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see everybody later.